Hey guys, I have some time to kill in the car, so I'm gonna tell you a little story. This is a murder-suicide story that happened in Pittsburgh. Now, the weird connection I have to this is that my cousin actually lived a couple houses down from where this took place. This story is called The Tunnel of Hate. Now, this was covered on some different TV shows, but it took place on Lawn Street in Pittsburgh, PA, and that's in Oakland. And these two houses are the houses where this tunnel was made. The story took place in the late 1990s. It happened on March 25th of 1997. At least that is when it was discovered. That is when police would find the dismembered body of Ann Hoover. Hoover was a 44-year-old woman. She was a talented musician. She bought her home on Lawn Street in Pittsburgh. People said for the most part she was a nice, loving person. She did complain a little bit. There are some people that say that she was kind of a Karen. Now, next door to her was Roy Kirk, pictured here. He bought the house after she did. Their houses were connected to each other. Now, Roy was known to be a little bit out of his mind, but he did not take care of his home at all. He would just throw junk in his yard, and instead of actually, repairing his house with a professional, he would try to do the repairs himself. This is kind of what his house looked like at the time. They said even at the time of this murder happening that he didn't even have electricity in his house. So she made legal complaints, and he ended up racking thousands of dollars in fines. So on the day that they were supposed to appear in court, neither one of them showed up. Now, since neither one of them showed up, this got people wondering what was going on. So they showed up, and that is when they discovered Ann's dismembered remains in Roy's basement. She had been strangled to death, and her limbs were cut off. They found many of them in trash bags. What they found out was that Roy ended up digging a hole through his basement wall into her house, hitting her with a hammer, dragging her back into his house, and that is when he dismembered her. When police entered the house, they saw Roy. He was in the process of bagging up the various body parts. They believe she may have died between March 24th and March 25th. So obviously they arrested him, and as you can see here in the newspaper, they brought out a giant pet snake that he had, and there are rumors that say that he even fed part of her to his snake. We're loading him in the back of the wagon. He said, "Just kill me now." So they were driving to the police station about 30 minutes away, and Roy was known to be very flexible. He ended up getting out of his cuffs, got his belt off, and ended up hanging himself. And so when they arrived, he was hanging, and he was dead. Now, I've heard that people live in both of the houses now. Whether they know about the gruesome murders or not, I'm not sure. I don't think in Pennsylvania you have to disclose that information, but I wonder if there's any ghosts around, because definitely that seems like a recipe for spirit activity. Bye!